My name is Kendra and I am a naturalist with San Diego Canyonlands, and today we are standing on the top of Manzanita Canyon. Manzanita Canyon is the largest canyon we have here in City Heights, and it is habitat for so many plants and animals. So come on, let's explore. Hi fellow scientists! We are in the bottom of Manzanita Canyon right now, surrounded by plants and animals. And today we are going to talk about a super fancy scientific word. And that word is adaptation. Now adaptations are like plant animal superpowers. It's the characteristics that help them survive in their environment. And we're going to focus on one thing today, and that's going to be birds. Birds are super cool and they have a lot of different types of adaptations, but we're going to be focusing on one, and that is their beaks. Now, you may notice that all birds have beaks, but they're all a little different from each other, right? So we're going to talk about why birds have beaks and why different birds have different beaks. So we might not be able to see all the different types of birds that are in the canyon right now, but we can certainly hear them. So let's take a couple seconds to listen for the birds. Alright, so like I said, Manzanita Canyon is a habitat for many plants and birds. And there are so many different types of birds here with different types of beaks, different types of adaptations. So first, let's start with the hummingbird. So the hummingbird has a long, slender beak with a really long tongue. And that is because it survives off of nectar from flowers. And so it has to have a long beak to get into the flowers to get the nectar. Another type of bird we have here is the finch. Now finches have really short, stocky beaks. And their beaks are really strong because they eat seeds. So their beaks need to be strong to be able to crack open the seeds so they can eat and survive. Now woodpeckers are another type of bird that we have here in this canyon. And they have strong, slender beaks that they use almost like a screwdriver or a hammer to get into the barks of trees to look for insects. So they have to have a really strong beak to make sure that they can drill through those trees to get their dinner. Another bird that we have here that we find in the canyon are birds of prey like hawks. We have red-tailed hawks and Cooper's hawks, and they have really super big, strong, powerful beaks because they eat meat. So they need to have their beaks really strong to be able to tear through the meat. Wow, so we learned so much about what an adaptation is. Remember that an adaptation is like a superpower for plants and animals to live. It's the characteristics that they possess in order to survive in their environment. An adaptation is a change or the process of change by which a bird or living organism becomes better suited to its environment. However, that happens over generations. This is not something that happens overnight. So we have to remember that with the changing climate, a lot of these birds might not be as suited for their environment as they are now. And these adaptations will take a long time to change. So again, birds that we talked about today all live in this canyon, but they all have different beaks because remember that they are eating different types of food. If all the birds ate the same kind of food, there wouldn't be enough to go around. So they had to adapt and use their adaptations in order to survive. So the next time that you see a bird in your neighborhood or in your neighborhood canyon, check out its beak and see if you can figure out what kind of food it eats. Thank you so much for coming on a virtual hike with us today. We hope that you can go outside and explore your neighborhood today.